Imagine a silent guardian working in the shadows of your body, an unsung hero that never clocks out, never takes a vacation, and is dedicated to a single mission: keeping you alive. This is your liver. And right now, a silent, invisible war is being waged against it. The enemies are clever, disguised as everyday comforts, and the battle is one you cannot feel. What if I told you that you could be winning this war or losing it and have no idea until it's too late? This is the story of that war, a story of betrayal, resilience, and ultimately, hope. By the end of the next 20 minutes, you will hold the power to change its outcome. Let's begin by understanding the hero. Your liver is not a passive filter. It is the busiest, most complex chemical plant you will ever know. It's a master chemist, a power distributor, and a security agency all rolled into one 3-pound organ. Every single thing you consume, every bite of food, every sip of drink, every breath of air, every pill you swallow is processed through this central command center. Its job is monumental: to decide what is fuel, what is waste, and what is a deadly poison. It operates on 3 critical fronts. First, it is a 24/7 detoxification plant. The glass of wine with dinner, the pollution from your commute, the chemicals in processed food, the byproducts of your own metabolism, your liver takes them all on. Its enzymes swarm these toxins, breaking them down, neutralizing their threat, and preparing them for disposal. It is a relentless, covert cleanup operation happening every second of your life. Second, it is your body's metabolic powerhouse. When you eat a meal, the carbohydrates and fats don't just magically turn into energy. They are shipped to the liver. This master chemist breaks them down, converting them into usable glucose, your body's premium fuel. It then decides when to release this fuel into your bloodstream, ensuring your brain can think, your heart can beat, and your muscles can move. It is the ultimate quartermaster, managing the energy supply for your entire body. Third, it is a vital production factory. It manufactures bile, a powerful green fluid essential for digesting the fats in your diet. It produces most of the proteins in your blood, including albumin, which acts like a sponge to keep fluid from leaking out of your blood vessels. Most critically, it produces the clotting factors that stop you from bleeding to death from a simple cut. Without this factory, your body would simply shut down. But the liver's greatest strength is also its most tragic flaw: its silence. It possesses no pain receptors. It is a mute, loyal servant. It can be under a sustained, brutal attack for years, even for decades, and it will not send you a single distress signal. No pain, no ache, no twinge. It will fight a devastating war on your behalf, suffering immense damage, all in utter silence. It will never cry for help until one day it can fight no more. Now, let's meet the enemies. They are not foreign invaders. They are familiar. They are in your kitchen, your refrigerator, your medicine cabinet. The first enemy is the saboteur: sugar. Picture this: you drink a sweetened soda or eat a pastry. The sugar, particularly a type called fructose, floods your portal bloodstream and travels directly to your liver. Unlike glucose, which can be used by every cell in your body, fructose is almost exclusively processed by the liver. When the liver is overwhelmed, it has only one emergency option: convert that sugar into fat. This isn't the fat you see on your hips or belly. This is fat that infiltrates the liver cells themselves, like pouring sticky sludge into the delicate gears of a precision watch. This is the first stage of a condition called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or NAFLD. Think of NAFLD as a silent, slow-motion invasion. Enemy soldiers, fat droplets, are quietly moving in, occupying the city, and setting up camp. For years, there are no symptoms, no warning signs. You feel perfectly fine. But the invasion is real. And after the age of 50, as your metabolism naturally changes and insulin resistance becomes more common, your body becomes dramatically more vulnerable to this saboteur. It is a ticking time bomb, and for millions of people, the fuse is already lit. The second enemy is the double agent, alcohol. It presents itself as a friend, a way to unwind, to socialize, to celebrate. But to the liver, it is a priority one poison. The moment alcohol enters your system, your liver sounds the alarm. It must stop everything else it is doing, processing nutrients, managing energy, and focus all its resources on neutralizing this threat. The process of breaking down alcohol creates a toxic chemical called aldehyde, a substance even more dangerous than the alcohol itself. This toxin directly damages liver cells, promotes intense inflammation, and creates oxidative stress, the same kind of damage that causes metal to rust. While your liver is completely distracted fighting this known double agent, the first enemy, the saboteur, sugar, is free to continue its dirty work completely unopposed. The combination of high sugar intake and regular alcohol consumption is a devastating one-two punch that dramatically accelerates liver damage. But the enemies don't stop there. The third enemy is the most insidious of all, the sleeper agent. These are medications and supplements. You think, it's just an extra Tylenol for my aches and pains, or it's just the natural herbal supplement from the health food store. Surely these are allies in your quest for health. But in the wrong dose or in dangerous combinations with other substances, these sleeper agents can activate. Your liver, the ultimate processing plant, becomes overwhelmed. It cannot keep up with the toxic load. The very substances meant to heal you can cause a catastrophic shutdown, known as drug-induced liver injury. It is the ultimate case of friendly fire. And after 50, as we are often prescribed more medications for conditions like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or chronic pain, this risk quietly, steadily grows. The sleeper agents are all around us, hiding in plain sight. So, what happens when these three enemies, the saboteur, the double agent, and the sleeper agent, are left unchecked? The silent war escalates to a critical and often irreversible phase. The constant inflammation from the fat infiltration, the alcohol metabolism, and the chemical insults causes your liver to panic. In a desperate, last-ditch attempt to save itself, it starts patching the damage with scar tissue. This process is called fibrosis. At first, the scarring is minimal, like a few small patches on a vast, flexible network. The liver is so resilient that it can still function relatively normally. But if the assault continues month after month, year after year, the scarring becomes widespread, relentless, and chaotic. This leads to the final, devastating stage, cirrhosis. Cirrhosis is not a disease you catch. It is a wound you have inflicted over a lifetime. It is the final tragic transformation of your soft, sophisticated, spongy liver into a hard, shrunken, rocky lump of scar tissue. The intricate architecture collapses. The blood vessels are squeezed and pinched shut. The processing lines are severed. The city is in ruins, and the consequences are as horrifying as any medical thriller. Consequence 1, the mind poison. With the liver offline and scarred, toxins that should have been filtered out are no longer captured. Substances like ammonia bypass the liver, travel straight to the brain through the bloodstream, and begin to poison it. This condition is called hepatic encephalopathy. It begins subtly, a little forgetfulness where you used to be sharp, some irritability, a slight confusion or foggy thinking. It can progress to dramatic personality changes, profound disorientation, and eventually coma. Your very mind, your consciousness is under siege because your liver can no longer protect it. Consequence 2 is internal bleeding. As blood flow through the scarred, hardened liver is blocked, pressure builds up in the surrounding veins, like kinking a massive garden hose. These veins, called varices,
swell under the pressure, becoming thin and fragile like overinflated balloons. They can rupture without warning, leading to violent, life-threatening internal bleeding. This is a medical emergency that can end a life in mere hours. Consequence 3, the body drowns. The failing liver can no longer produce enough albumin, the crucial protein that holds fluid inside your blood vessels. This fluid, rich in toxins, begins to leak out, flooding the abdominal cavity. This is called ascites. The belly becomes painfully, grotesquely swollen. The body, quite literally, begins to drown from the inside out. The most terrifying part of this entire story is you can have advanced cirrhosis and still feel almost normal. The liver's silence is its final cruel trick. By the time you feel something unmistakable, the yellow
Eyes of jaundice, the profound and unshakable fatigue, the mental fog, the battle is often already lost. The silent assassin has already struck. But I told you this was a story of hope. This timeline can be reversed. The enemy can be pushed back. You have the power, starting today, to become a loyal ally to your silent guardian. This is your mission briefing, your strategy for counterattack. Mission 1. Cut off the Saboteur supply lines. This is your #1 priority. You must become a relentless label-reading detective. Eliminate sugary drinks immediately. Sodas, sweetened juices and teas, sports drinks, and fancy coffee concoctions are not treats. They are liquid liver toxins. This is the easiest and most impactful change you can make. Drastically reduce processed carbohydrates. White bread, pasta, white rice, crackers, cookies, and pastries are essentially just sugar in disguise. They break down into glucose and fructose with terrifying speed, directly feeding the fatty liver invasion. Embrace whole foods. Build your plate around fiber-rich vegetables, lean proteins like fish, chicken, and legumes, and healthy fats from avocados, nuts, and olive oil. Remember, you are not just eating, you are supplying your liver with the precise tools it needs to repair and rebuild itself. Mission 2. Neutralize the double agent. Be strategic, smart, and yes, even ruthless with alcohol. Follow the guidelines, but aim lower. The official guidelines for alcohol consumption are a maximum, not a target. For those over 50, less is unequivocally more. Consider every single drink you consciously decide not to have as a direct, powerful deposit into your liver's health savings account. Implement strategic dry periods. Take regular, extended breaks from alcohol. Try a dry month, like Sober October or Dry January, or make a firm rule of no alcohol during the week. These extended breaks give your liver the uninterrupted, precious time it needs to regenerate, repair damaged cells, and reduce inflammation. Mission 3. Fortify your defenses with powerful allies. You are not alone in this fight. Enlist these surprising but potent allies. Coffee is your friend. This is not an old wives' tale. Multiple robust scientific studies have consistently shown that drinking 2 to 3 cups of black, filtered coffee per day is associated with a significantly lower risk of developing cirrhosis and even liver cancer. It appears to be a protective agent that helps slow down the scarring process. Water is your foundation. Simple, pure water is the ultimate flushing agent, helping your kidneys and liver work in concert to remove waste products efficiently. Liver-loving foods are your army. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and kale contain powerful compounds called glucosinolates that actively boost your liver's own natural phase 1 and phase 2 detoxification enzymes. Add garlic for its selenium and allicin, turmeric for its potent anti-inflammatory curcumin, and berries for their antioxidant power. Mission 4. Gather intelligence. This is the most critical step.
Do not, under any circumstances, wait for symptoms. There are none. You must be proactive, aggressive, and smart about monitoring your liver's health. The Liver Function Test, or LFT. On your next doctor's visit, do not just wait for them to suggest it. Insist on this simple blood test. It measures key liver enzymes like ALT and AST. Elevated levels are like finding the enemy's footprints on a radar screen. They are a clear signal that damage is occurring right now, at a cellular level. The FibroScan. This is your satellite intelligence. It is a non-invasive, painless, quick test that uses sound waves to measure the stiffness of your liver tissue. It can detect scarring and fibrosis long before any symptoms appear and before it shows up dramatically on standard blood tests. After the age of 50, this isn't just a test. It is an essential reconnaissance mission that provides a vital snapshot of the silent war being waged inside you. Your liver has been fighting for you since before you were born. It has never asked for thanks, for recognition, or for a break. It works in the shadows, its sole purpose to keep you alive and thriving. But now you know the truth. You have seen the silent war. You have met the enemies, the saboteur, the double agent, and the sleeper agent. And now you hold in your hands the complete battle plans for a successful counteroffensive. The question is no longer if your liver is under attack in today's world. The question is, what side will you be on? Will you be the careless, unknowing commander who through daily habits unknowingly arms the assassins? Or will you become the wise, informed, and dedicated general who provides the resources, the strategy, and the unwavering support for your greatest protector to not just survive, but to truly thrive? The power to change the ending of this story is in your hands. It is in your next trip to the grocery store. It is in your very next meal. It is in your very next conversation with your doctor. Do not wait for the silent alarm to sound, because by the time it does, the battle may already be lost. Your liver has given you a lifetime of loyal service. Now, it is your turn. Protect your guardian. Your vitality, your health, and your future after 50 depend